They don't like that. They don't like that I restarted the video, you know what I'm saying? But I restarted it anyway because I don't give a fuck what you like. Alright, let me focus it in. So, the biggest thing that community haters are gonna do, and they get in a group, right? So it's called community harassment. And they might come against you because they're scared that you have some kind of influence, and that's the threat to them. Because they don't have influence, because they don't have skills that they can show people that inspire them. Alright, so if I'm rapping, like rapping or drumming, or just talking like this, you know what I'm saying? They see it, and it's inspiring to them. So, the biggest thing that they're going to try to do is they're going to try to do negative reinforcement. So this is when gang stalkers try to take a scenario or a situation that you're going through, and they're going to try to manipulate your mind about it and what you believe. And they're going to try to apply that to some constructed scenario that they might create, right? And so they take, if something happens in your life, or if something is going on, they're going to try to utilize that and apply it towards an external situation that they have caused in tandem with your mental process about it. So they study your mental process. They have AI. Every time you talk, you know what I'm saying? So what you gotta understand is that every time you talk, your phone listens to it. So if you're talking to your mom, or if you're talking to like ChatGPT or any other kind of like AI or some shit, it's listening to what you're saying. And it's not just listening, it's taking that and it's applying it across all the information that it has about you, which is all locked in this database, and it's using that to try to conclude what you're actually thinking about it, right? And so they use that, right? They use that to kind of determine what it is that you actually think or feel about something, right? What you actually think or feel about something, and they try to use that to construct a scenario. So once they have all of the things that you've said about a scenario, specifically regarding how you feel about yourself, how you feel about yourself, your beliefs, what you believe about society, what you believe about the system, specifically what you believe about the matrix, what you believe about getting a job, and what you believe about hard work, what you believe about manifestation, and what you believe about doing things. It's going to study all that, and it's going to conclude something. And so then they're going to see whatever that conclusion is, and now they can set up a scenario where they try to manipulate something to attach to that belief, to mess with your sense of self-worth, or your sense of what you believe you're capable of, and they're going to try to alter your belief permanently. So let's say you have high self-esteem. So if you have high self-esteem, they're going to try to destroy that by setting up either people or situations and utilizing recent things that you've searched and what might be of conclusion of what is in your mind and what's maybe getting in the way, or maybe nothing's getting in the way, right? And so this is what they do. They try to do negative habit reinforcement combined with AI conclusions about what you're thinking, and then setting up scenarios to try to reassure negative habit reinforcement to permanently alter your beliefs about yourself, to try to attack your self-esteem or any other subcategories, any other subderivative of personal beliefs, right? So, and they do this to try to stop you. They do this to try to stop you from improving your skills, try to stop you from improving your life, right? And try to stop you from meeting people and making friends. They don't want you to make friends. They don't want you to be seen as some cool and popular dude like I am, you know what I'm saying? They want you to have low self-esteem, and they want you to think that you can't do anything. So then you give up and you get a job. And then once you've given up and you've gotten a job, guess what? Now they're going to fire you right when you need to not be fired. And so then whenever you need money most, the gang stalkers will fire you from that job. And so this is why if you tell people that you're doing a business, right? You didn't want to do that, because then now they know and they're going to come after you. They're going to get people in your community to try to fuck with you. So that's what it is. Gang stalkers try to do negative habit reinforcement, and now you know.